was having a civil conversation, explaining my stance. By the end of it, they were basically giving me a platform to apologize. And I said, I don't to apologize for what? Well, for all your, controversial tweets and your offensive tweets. And I said, I don't have nothing to apologize. And the guy started losing it. And that's what the lefties do. Basically started yelling over me. I couldn't even talk, and he just essentially hung up on me.
So here's the story. How dare Aubrey Huff have free speech? And so the San Francisco Giants have now banned him from their 10-year World Series anniversary reunion. I mean, wow. Talk about discrimination and intolerance. So there it is from the San Francisco Giants. So Aubrey Huff, thank you for joining us on short notice. This is next level. This is really next level. You're now being barred from going to official events for your World Series championship team. This is the next level discrimination. I can't believe you're dealing with this. What is your response? How are you feeling?
Oh, man, it's a juicy nugget, isn't it, Owen? Yeah,
I feel bad, man. I honestly do.
No,
I mean, I know that.
Listen, don't feel bad. Here's the thing. I knew about this 3 weeks ago, and I guess somehow it leaked, and I was going to tweet about it once time came, but I guess it leaked, got out to a reporter, and kind of happened a lot faster. So obviously it's been a busy day for me, kind of to take out some fires. But, listen, man, I always say this, like in a down economy, right? Here's what you do. You buy big and you make big. And in bad situations like this, you can either play the victim card, or you can monetize this and go out there and capitalize on it. And that's what I plan on doing. And this has been an incredible day. A ton of conservative support on my private messages on my Twitter account. I've gained 20,000 followers in 6 hours. It's just been an unbelievable day. And here's the deal. At the end of the day, I had basically the entire 2010 World Series team this year for Bruce Bochy's final year on the field this year, tipping hats, doing the same exact thing I would have been doing this year anyway. And I don't feel like, for me as a man, why I would never sacrifice my values, my beliefs, my faith, my convictions for just the chance of going out there and getting a 5-second validation hat tip. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, here's my thing too, and this is I'll just give you. I mean, I'm not here to give you gifts of political knowledge here, but just pretty much assume, Aubrey, that everything leaks. So maybe in the future, just count on that, and maybe you can get ahead of situations, whatever that may mean. That's just kind of something I've learned that I guess you've learned now too. But what about you've obviously had a lot of support publicly. What about behind closed doors? And, if you don't feel comfortable talking about this, but I mean, inside the organization, inside the MLB, former players, people you played with, members of the team, has there been any response there?
Yeah, absolutely. I've had all my tight brothers from the team that I really hung with and was tight with on that particular team chat with me today, and, showing tons of support from staff to players. And, and the one thing I've had people ask me is why don't you have these guys banned as well? I'm like, no, that's not their fight. This is my fight, right? And, who am I to say, let's get these guys together and not go? Trust me. I got a trick up my sleeve.
All right, well, let's just leave it right there. But I mean, I think it's very honorable of you to say, hey, look, I'm not going to try to railroad this, reunion over my own battle. That's honorable of you. And you've talked before how there's probably conservatives on that team. But what is I mean, so did the San Francisco Giants organization just blatantly say, because of your politics, we're not inviting you, or how did they present this to you?
I had got a call from the CEO, Larry Bear, on the morning. I was working out in the gym, and I've had a great relationship with Larry over the years, and I still do. I have nothing bad to say about the guy, and it was apparently what he told me is it was a board unanimous vote to not have me come because of my
unanimous.
And I had to laugh. I was like, "Are you kidding, Larry?" And he goes, "No, unfortunately not. I hate to tell you this news, but your hands are tied and blah blah blah, and the board's unanimous in the decision." And I'm like, okay, was it just because of my Twitter, or was it something more like maybe my conservative beliefs and support of the president? He goes, well, that's some of it. But, it's mostly the Twitter. So, when you put it all, I've seen a lot of guys on the scene that tweet weird things. And when it comes down to it, they're not getting, banned or what have you. I think it has everything to do with my diehard support of President Trump.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And, let me just say this. I came up in sports media. That was my dream. Once I wasn't, batting 300 at the varsity level in high school and, struggling to start in high school and stuff, I realized I wasn't a professional athlete, but I still love sports and I wanted to be a part of the sports media. Obviously, I've taken a career change here, but I'll just say this, Aubrey, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up your rear end here, but when I start thinking about now my favorite athletes of all time, Aubrey Huff is going to be on that list, brother, because there's a lot of great athletes. They do a lot of great things on the field. That's incredible athletic ability and talent. But what you've done off the field is immeasurable. It takes an act of courage that, to me, hasn't been displayed in athletics since, in baseball at least, since a Jackie Robinson or a Roberto Clemente, not trying to compare you to them. I'm just simply saying in my generation, the political stand that you're taking, the free speech stand that you're taking is so honorable to me. When I think about my favorite athletes, the name Aubrey Huff, even though I just watched you hit a home run against the Cardinals on a replay, they were saying, the name Aubrey Huff will always be on my list, brother.
Oh, and thanks, man. It means a lot. And you'll be surprised at how many people have reached out to me throughout the league, not just San Francisco that I've known over the years. I actually had an interview this morning with one of the regional San Francisco Giants, flagship stations, obviously left leaning, and I was having a civil conversation explaining my stance. By the end of it, they were basically giving me a platform to apologize, and I said, to apologize for what? Well, for all your controversial tweets and your offensive tweets, and I said, I don't have nothing to apologize, and the guy started losing it. And that's what the lefties do. Basically started yelling over me. I couldn't even talk, and he just essentially hung up on a guest. And I thought to myself,
wow,
hey, that's how you know. That's how you know you win.
Well, I was going to say, and I came from talk radio, specifically sports. Sometimes guests will hang up on you. You don't hang up on the guests. That's uncouth.
Yeah, that's how you know it's what do you call it? A hashtag win. But yeah, that was juicy. I love that interview. That was my favorite interview of the day.
And that's the San Francisco Giants station where their games are broadcast?
That is actually, it used to be the A's affiliate. I think KNBR is the Giants, but they do cover Giants games as well.
Okay.
But yeah, they cover the Giants a little bit, but I think that's more KNBR. But I think this was 95.7 the game.
Well, and here's another ripple to the Aubrey Huff tale, if you want to say, the story, the folklore. Like you said, you've become so massively popular after your playing career, which is, quite frankly, it's rare for athletes unless they go into media or whatever. Most of the time, they just kind of, live their lives or whatever, start families or, enjoy the spoils of their talents. You've become massively popular. You said you've gained tens of thousands of followers since this. I mean, you're selling artwork now, too. You sent a piece to me. Thank you so much. I mean, it just shows to me culturally how being a conservative Trump supporter, that's what's popular. And it's just like they want to drown that out and act like it's not real.
It's absolutely amazing. It's capitalism at its finest. I'm a capitalist pig, and I see opportunity. And whenever people are yelling like these hashtag never Trumpers or hashtag resistors, instead of doing that, instead of resisting, how about you buckle up and go into the market and make some money instead of crying all the time? So to me, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make, and
well, look, there's a replay of Aubrey Huff hitting a splash home run into the Bay. That's what you've done 100 times over with this political stand. Thank you, Aubrey. You stay classy, InfoWarriors.
I hope this virus isn't as bad as it looks like it is, but I just see Providence at work again, that we have the nano silver that it turns out in 2007 was certified by the Pentagon, by A&M, and in Homeland Security letters to take out the SARS coronavirus family. But I use it as immune gargle, so I can gargle it out, spit part of it out. You can drink part of it. You can drink it all if you want. It's at 15 parts per million, but it's a nano silver. We've sold out of the 16 ounce. We're going to sell out of the 3 ounce and the 1 ounce very, very soon. And I'm going to keep it at 40% off, even though it's very close to selling out for another 2 days. So it's going to go back to regular price by Wednesday or Thursday, and we'll still sell out of it long before we get more in. It'll take a month or more because I'm already putting in the order, and that takes money for the 16 ounce, the 3 ounce, the 1 ounce. Put the order in actually on Friday, paid 50% down. And they explained to me, they said, you understand at 40% off, we don't even make the money back reordering it. You have to have profit to fund things. And I said, okay, you're right. And I'll go till Wednesday at 40% off. And then for folks that get the last few thousand bottles at 1 ounce and the last few bottles at 3 ounce, that'll help buy the next lot of it to even have it. So InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com, get your immune gargle with nano silver. Also, their wound gel is even stronger. Don't ingest this, same nano silver, but strongest over the counter you can find. And all of the super blue and super silver whitening toothpaste has the nano silver as well. It's just good for you overall, really good for your body, good for your gums, and it funds the InfoWar. And we're selling out of the storable food, but it's still available. You can still get it, but now time to take action. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. And again, most storable food companies are already sold out. We still have it at the same high quality, low prices. So that's how you fund the InfoWar and get prepared, InfoWarsStore.com. But whatever you do, please get prepared spiritually and get close to God, because 2020 is one hell of a year.
Nobody said this life would be easy, and we are truly alive in extraordinary times. If someday in the future we are ever asked, what did you do during this time? How will you answer? Will we be alive to answer? For years, I thought we needed to wake others up in order to stop what's coming. And that may be true. But perhaps the reason we are alive and awake is so that we can prepare for it, so that we have time to survive it, and so that we have the time and energy to help others survive it. Buy storable foods, gravity-fed water filters, pure iodine, and other supplies at InfoWarsStore.com. The time to prepare is now. Be prepared. The future depends on it. InfoWarsStore.com.